Good evening, everybody. We were just waiting to see if we were live, because you know me, I like to start these live streams and then I'm not there, I'm talking to myself, but I hope you are all well. As you can see, I'm streaming, not from the studio this evening, so excuse the fact that I probably look a bit dishevelled. We've been out all day campaigning, we're in Southend West. And we've been in the constituency for the last few days. We've been giving out newspapers, we've been giving out leaflets. Let me show you our leaflet. I'm not going to shout too loud. I know, foggle, but I'm not going to shout too loud because we are in a public place. But needs must. I was not going to miss the live stream. So here we go. Here's our leaflet that we've been giving out. And I'm going to be honest. We've had a really good reception. In the majority, people have been really supportive. People have been really pleased to see us. We've had a couple today. We had. How many do we? I'm going to bring some of the guys in a minute. But how many did we have today? Was it one? No, two. Two. We had two today. So we had a lady come out and tell us porcupines, that she's an NHS nurse and that we're anti-vaxxers and that we're evil. Yeah. And then we had another man named Matthew, whom I'm probably going to share some footage of, to be fair. And Matthew doesn't want me to, but I'm probably going to do it. Because Matthew chased me didn't chase me, but came running down the street and threw the literature on the ground and started pontificating as these silly lefties do. Now, the thing that shocked me the most out of this entire exchange was, well into the exchange, Matthew declared that his wife and children were pulling up. I would have bet everything that I no longer have, because it's all been given to the Halal Food Authority, all of my assets that I've lost, I would have bet everything that Matthew did not have a wife, but he had a husband. And now, I still am not convinced about Matthew's story. A woman did turn up, but I'm not 100% convinced, you know? So anyway, apart from those two, we have had a really, really great time in Southend West. And of course, the vote is tomorrow. And of course, we're telling everyone don't vote, as you do. Here's our leaflet. Spoil the ballot. Give us our freedom back. So this whole campaign, it's been quite a strange one really, because, you know, we've stood in lots of elections and under the, obviously I have, under the British Freedom Party now, this is our first this year, but last year we had 3. And, you know, we've just ran our campaign and done what we've got to do. But in this constituency specifically, you know, it's a Tory stronghold. And for want of a more tactful phrase, the Tories are going to get the sympathy vote after the brutal slaying of Sir David Amis. And so the rest of the mainstream parties tapped out, but there are other parties, smaller parties that are standing, and candidates, independents. And we know that the Tories are going to win this seat, right? It's a complete Tory stronghold. We've always been realistic about politics, and we've always said, you know, the political route to salvation for this nation is gone. But it doesn't mean that we can't use the system. And we have used the system. We've given out thousands of these. And we've been also very kindly giving out thousands of these as well. This is what Matthew didn't like. And we also, thanks to all of your lovely good selves, we also got a full drop done. 42,500 homes got our main leaflet, which exposed the Tory double standards, right? Because all jokes aside, I was speaking to people today, like I spoke to, we've had so much support in this constituency, it's incredible. I was speaking to a woman today and she was telling me that her friend of 50 odd years, she died just as this whole scam started, and this lady was telling me that she couldn't attend her funeral. That's the reality. Do you know what I mean? It's not about whether people had cake. I don't care about cake. I care about people dying alone. I care about people not being able to bury their loved ones. So, yeah, I mean, that was really one. Some of these conversations that we've had have been real eye openers, and it just goes to show, like, no wonder people are obviously so happy to see us and happy to support our message, because they get it. They don't want the double standards of the Tories. So anyway, it's been great. I'm going to bring some people in. Come and say hello, guys. Come round. There we go. There you go. It's Hillary. Hillary's been actually mostly in the car with me, haven't you? We've had several vehicles out, and we've been driving all around the constituency. And we had a system, didn't we?
We did.
We had a system. So we had these, and then we had our leaflets. And Hillary, how many of these do you think? Lean in, Hillary. Let me get you in. How many do you think you folded?
Oh, I don't know. Thousands.
Thousands. Right, so Hillary is remarkably quick at folding the newspapers and getting them out.
That's my claim to fame.
No, but it was
I'm
brilliant.
A good folder.
It was incredible. It was incredible. So basically, we had a system going where we were all folding up papers, we were all getting leaflets in there, and then getting them through the doors. And anyone who's done canvassing knows, once you get the hang of things, like, you're off to a good start. Come on in, Danny. Danny's here as well.
Hello.
There's our Danny.
Yeah, it's been productive today.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, do you remember you were canvassing with me in Batley, weren't you? In fact, you did a huge amount in Batley, even when I had to go back to Northern Ireland. You did loads, didn't you?
Yeah, I, what was it? Several days off, just leafleting for hours on end.
Yeah.
And then I even did a few hours before I started. I was working afternoons at the time, so I was getting up early.
So you're no stranger to this, are you?
No, I've done it, and I've done it myself when I've stood as a candidate. So
yeah. So I was saying earlier about the support. Like, the support has vastly outweighed the negativity. We only had 2 negative people, but they are funny to talk about.
We're forgetting about the guy who walked past us.
Oh, that was on Saturday, wasn't it? Was that Saturday?
No, it was today. He got 150 metres down the road, and then he started giving hand signals. And then he gave
some hand signals.
Yeah.
But I mean, we also had lots of people stop us and say, and actually this was lovely, we had lots of people stop us and say that they're really grateful that we've produced this, and they took bundles of them. I had a lady chase me up the road earlier, and I thought, I don't know whether this is good or bad, but whatever, we'll see when she gets here. And she took loads of them, didn't she?
Yeah.
She said, pull up a pew. She said we put one through the door, and she said her son was reading it. And I said to her, look, if I give you some more, do you want to give them to your friends or what have you? So people have been taking the newspaper and the leaflets to distribute, which is basically what we need is distributors, right?
And the the shills that buy into this government rhetoric, the pro-vaxxers, the ones who aren't pro-choice, the ones who think that everybody should get this vaccine. They've come out with we had the incident with the nurse. She was very aggressive towards it. So the left, the loony left, really hates this newspaper. So it's great to see the reaction. It just motivates us to carry on with it.
Yeah, exactly. And although it is a tiny minority, like 3 people overall is nothing. It is actually quite incredible to see people still buying into this. Like, this lady earlier claimed that she worked for the NHS, and she said, you can take your anti-vax stuff. And I was like, do you not support people's choice to either take medications in an experimental phase or not? And actually, it was quite funny. We should have filmed that, but we didn't know it was going to happen. She was effing and blinding. And look, I swear like an old sailor, but there's a time and place. She was effing and blinding, and we said to her, I think you should stand for election because you are the pillar of the community. And she soon scurried back into our house. But other than that, it's been brilliant. And of course, polling day's tomorrow. We've told everyone, literally everybody, go and spoil the ballot. So I'm hoping tomorrow. It's a funny thing because, like I said earlier, right, we've stood in so many different campaigns, and this campaign, because it was pretty sewn up, it's a Tory stronghold, and the situation with Sir David Amess, and because the Tories have taken the mick, like, so overtly, taken the mick out of us, taken away our freedoms whilst they had a jolly up. I'm sick of seeing people online saying, oh, well, we all broke the rules. Yeah, well, we didn't make the rules. If we'd have made them, then we'd have complied with them, but we wouldn't make them because we're not communists. So, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously...
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, exactly. And people are sick of that. But, I mean, I think the sentiment here, everybody is in agreement with us, which is that these people, they create their rules for us. They don't abide by them themselves, and everyone's sick of that. So I do hope there's a good protest. I hope there's a good process. I hope lots of people spoil the ballot, and or don't even bother. Stay at home, put your feet up, show the contempt for them that they've shown for us. Obviously, it's an unusual campaign to run, and it's not the one that we will be running in May, because we'll be standing, hopefully, lots of candidates in the May local elections. But for this one, it's been, I think it's felt right. People have said, yeah, we're really on board with that. So we'll see how many spoiled ballots there are on tomorrow night. Right, it's starting to fill up in here. I don't know, what time is it, anyone? Anyone got the time? Kylie, I know this is like the shortest stream that I've done, but we didn't want to not do one because obviously we love talking to you guys, but I'm probably going to get told off for doing this in here, which is completely understandable, taking the mick as usual, but we're going to be back, God willing, and we'll be back with you on Friday, so join me then, 7 p.m, Purged, D-Live, VK, and maybe brand new YouTube if it doesn't hate me. And yeah, right, say cheerio, Danny.
Yeah, goodbye everyone.
Right, and Hilary, do you want to give a little wave to everyone? Say ta-ra.
See you all. Bye.
Right. And you know what? I'm just going to say, I've said this to them, but I'll say it. I'll just say it one more time. The activists that have been out, we've had other people out with us. The activists that have been out over the last few days have been unbelievably good. I mean, we have shifted thousands of leaflets, thousands of newspapers. We've reached thousands and thousands of our people. And that's what this is all about, right? Using these elections to expose and exploit the system. And thank you to everyone who got behind the campaign. So tomorrow, let's hope lots of people go into the polling station, spoil the ballot. Look, like we said, spoil the ballot tomorrow, and show the Tories that we've got as much contempt for them as they've got for us. And until they start doing as we ask, they're elected to represent us. Until they start representing us, they won't be getting our vote. Anyway, listen, God bless you all. Try and join me on Friday if you can. And God willing, I'll see you then.
What this comment's going to get.